For decades, Florida has been considered a dream retirement destination. There's no state income tax, and it's got sunny beaches and a laid-back lifestyle. Yet I can't believe it that people are actually leaving the state, and they're fleeing in record numbers. And in fact, Florida is now reversing course for retirees. For some, this has been a nightmare. The dream of easy, affordable retirement in Florida, it's over. And in this video, you're going to learn the harsh truths of why retirees are packing up and they're moving out. First off, number one, homeownership in Florida has become a money pit. And if you're thinking about buying a home in Florida, you really need to understand something. This market isn't designed for average buyers anymore. It's designed for investors and people with open checkbooks and big money. Now, even if you do manage to buy a brand new home at a price point you can afford, watch out, buyer beware. I just got off the phone with a gentleman and his wife who bought a home in Florida from one of the big name home builders, who walked into that model home and bought directly from the home builder's salesperson on site. Now listen to this. He told me he went direct to the model home open house because he wanted to save money. Now listen, now he and his wife have been in that house for 1.5 years, and now they were just hit with an assessment for $15,000 on a pretty much brand new home. And that's hitting every single homeowner in the neighborhood. But it turns out that this community has an $8 million clubhouse that was owned by the developer. So in order to keep home prices artificially low in this community, the home builder never turned over the clubhouse or never included it in that sale price. Now, this community did not own that clubhouse and the common areas. And all of this was in the fine print that the buyers signed. But new home salespeople, they just didn't talk about it. Now, I'm going to get into the details of how to avoid that in a minute. But the second issue came from another woman who was in her brand new Florida home for exactly 1 year. And she told me that her insurance was dropped on her home. Now, the builder had given her the name of the insurance company to use when she bought that house. And at the time, she thought Florida's homeowners insurance is pretty cheap, considering all these people are talking about how high it is online. Turns out, the insurance was artificially lowered to help with new home sales. This stuff is happening. Yet many home buyers in Florida, if they would have used a recommended buyer's agent for that area who knows the area like the back of their hand, they would have been shown a lot better of options. It's a mess. That leads us to number two, which is the real cost of living. Now, everyone talks about Florida has no state income tax. But what people don't realize is that the state makes up for it in so many other ways. Like property taxes, they've been skyrocketing, and service charges have gone crazy, and the average maintenance and service fees, they've all increased. No state income tax? Sure, that's funny, because your mom told you there's no such thing as a free lunch, right? And another problem is Florida's HOAs. Now, the communities have raised their fees due to new Florida Homeowners Association reserve laws. Now, retirees, some of them, it's not a problem, but for many, it is a big problem. When you're on a set income and those HOA fees suddenly go up or you get hit with fines, it's going to be a real mess up to your budget that you thought you already had. And that's why water bills are going up and electric bills are climbing. And even everyday services like home repairs now cost much more than they did just a few years ago. Number 3 on our list is the healthcare crisis. Now, Florida's healthcare system, it's crumbling under the weight of its elderly population growth. Now, this is a major reason why many people are leaving. Look, the system wasn't designed to hold this huge population. And as more people moved in, the number of doctors just couldn't keep up with the pace. Now, if you go to see a doctor, get ready to wait months for a specialist. And even basic appointments, they can make multiple weeks worth of a wait time. But here's the real problem. There are some doctors that don't even accept Medicare. They prefer private insurance. So if you're left with only 2 choices, which is pay out of pocket for the unknown care or settle with whatever's available. And honestly, it isn't always the best. Number 4, the weather isn't always what you thought it would be. It's a beautiful sunny day today, but Florida was once considered that perfect sunny paradise all the time. But the reality? The weather can be one of the most challenging parts of living in Florida as you age. It's the blistering hot summers. Many elderly people complain and they say it's just too dang hot out and too humid. So when you walk outside, you're going to break a sweat in minutes. And you literally can't live without air conditioning, so your AC bills are going to be higher as well. And then there's the constant risk of storms. And flooding is a major issue. Now, it's talk about dismantling FEMA and giving it to the state to handle. Now, Florida can't even handle its homeowners insurance crises. So what happens when the number 1 hurricane state in the nation has to handle their own stuff. Many people have had regrets and they're bailing out before this storm hits. And even if you're not in a flood-prone area, heavy rains and poor drainage in many parts of Florida are still causing water damage to homes. And number 5 is driving in Florida. It's not a picnic, guys. And if you've ever been to Florida, you already know this. The roads are packed with crazy mix of aggressive drivers combined with super slow elderly drivers and some snowbirds who haven't driven in months. And that's why Florida is consistently ranked as one of the worst states for traffic accidents. And if you think car insurance is going to protect you, well, Florida has some of the highest car insurance rates in the country, plus insurance scams and the endless traffic. And those companies are going to find an excuse to raise your rates or weasel out of paying you when you really need it. The moral to the story is many people are saying Florida ain't what it used to be. And it's not the same as it was 20 or 30 years ago, or even just 5 years ago. It's changed a lot. Look, I've been in the real estate industry for a long time. As a matter of fact, for 35 years. And I've seen a lot of change. But recently, this has been a big shift. I've seen retirees who have moved to Florida only to leave just a few years later. Guys, if you're thinking about retiring to Florida, be smart. If you already live in Florida and you're struggling with rising costs, there are alternative options out there. Floridians are moving out to other states like South Carolina, Georgia, Tennessee, North Carolina, and even Texas. So where is the best alternative state or city for you? It's not a one-size-fits-all, guys. It's really going to depend on what your lifestyle choices are and what your hobbies are and your interests, what they are, and what your price points that you actually want to stay under, and a lot of other options. So everyone's going to have a different scenario, and what's best for you may not be best for everyone. So I can tell you that my team has helped thousands and thousands of people, literally over the last 20 years. And I want to make sure that you're not getting average, that you're getting way above average when it's your time. There are other places that offer much lower costs of living and better quality of life, and can save you from making those costly mistakes. So let me know down in the comments if you're living in Florida, if you've left Florida, or if you're thinking about retiring, where you're going, or what's happening in your life. Let me know down in the comments. I'm Jerry with Jerry Pinkas Real Estate Experts. I hope you're enjoying this information because I'm making it for you. If you're thinking about buying or selling a house here in Myrtle Beach, South Carolina, or anywhere else in the United States, we're here to help. Just pick up the phone. My team is going to help you out. 843-839-9870. We can even hook you up with the local real estate expert wherever it is that you want to go. Someone who will actually help you find your hidden gem and avoid those pitfalls that are costly. So until next time, stay happy, stay educated, and I'll talk to you soon. Oh, hey, if you subscribe, there's over 1,400 super helpful videos here on this channel, and I'll see you in the next one. Take care, guys.